I'm Jasmyn Theuerkauf and I'm the Bundaberg Surf Woman for the 2022 season. I've been involved in lifesaving since I was 5 years old, so that's around 14 years I've been involved in surf lifesaving. I started Little Nippers down on the Sunshine Coast at Sunshine Beach Surf Lifesaving Club, and I moved to Bundaberg when I was in under 10s. Ever since then I've just been helping around at the club. I've gained my bronze medallion. I've done plenty of training over the years to keep up my skills for being a lifesaver or competing. I've competed in all sorts of competitions, from surf rescue, which includes CPR, live patient, test papers. I've also competed in normal beach events, so flags and sprints, water events including boards and swims. I've also competed in many team events, which has been really helpful to develop my skills as a lifesaver. So I signed up to be the Bundaberg Surf Woman for 2022 because I was just inspired by all the past surf women and surf girls within my surf lifesaving club and other clubs. Within my club I've helped many girls, including Georgia Martin, Gemma Hendrickson and many other amazing women within my surf lifesaving club. I decided to follow in their footsteps because they're just so inspirational, and seeing how much they've gotten out of this program has just been amazing. This video is about how to stay safe at the beach. We will talk about the safest places to swim at the beach, how to signal for help, the dangers of rips and what to do if you ever got caught in one, the importance of equipment, drinking and swimming, how you can get involved in either a volunteer role or a paid role, how lifesaving can help with your QCE, and how to perform basic first aid. If you're in trouble and need to be saved by a lifesaver or lifeguard, you will need to signal for help. The correct way to do this is by painting a rainbow above your head with a closed fist. Whilst you're waiting for help to arrive, you need to stay calm. You can do this by floating on your back or treading water. Remember, it is key to keep your head out of the water. So to do this, stay calm and remember there is no shame in asking for help if you think you might be in danger. As lifesavers, we use a range of equipment including rescue tubes. These are used for rescuing swimmers or patients who are generally closer into shore. Rescue tubes are also a great piece of equipment if the surf is too rough for a board, especially in the wave zone. This is because it is easier to negotiate a tube in the surf zone than it is with a board.
A couple of years ago down at Kelly's Beach, I'd just finished a day of lifeguarding and I was sitting at home. My parents used to live on Kelly's Beach and my mum called me up and said there were 4 people caught in a rip out the front. And my dad had gone out and got 3 of them and there was still one a fair way out to sea, so I've rushed then to Kelly's. My mum and dad keep a tube at their house and I grabbed a tube and swum out to get the last person that was pretty far out to sea. It was about 6:30, patrol had finished, very windy day, kind of like today. Terrible sweep, and they just went out and couldn't touch and got swept straight out to sea.
Rescue boards. Rescue boards are used to rescue patients past the break zone. Rescue boards will reach a patient faster than a tube will. Rescue boards are also a great piece of equipment as they can support up to 5 people whilst a lifesaver waits for further assistance to arrive. Our IRBs, or inflatable rescue boats, are used to rescue patients beyond the surf zone. IRBs can support up to 5 patients. Jet skis. Our jet skis are used by lifeguards and are able to negotiate the surf zone well. They are operated by 1 lifeguard and can have 1 patient on the board connected to the back of the jet ski and another sitting on the jet ski with the lifeguard. ATVs. Our ATVs are used for a couple of different reasons. One may be to reach a swimmer who is struggling at the opposite end of a very long beach, such as the Gold Coast beaches or Sunshine Coast beaches. ATVs also do roving patrols, where they go for a drive along their beach and monitor the water for swimmers who may be struggling. ATVs carry a rescue board, spinal board, tube and first aid kit in case they need to perform a rescue outside of the patrol setup. The number 1 rule of rescuing is to not put yourself in any danger. If the conditions are too rough for you to perform a rescue, do not do it. If you are not a confident swimmer or board paddler, do not rescue the patient. Never attempt to perform a rescue without any rescue equipment. If you do this, the drowning person will see you as the floating object and grasp onto you to keep themselves afloat. So remember, do not put yourself in any danger. If you cannot perform a rescue, get someone else who may be able to help.
100%. If I went out without any piece of equipment, without just taking, it only took 10 seconds on the beach to have a look at the situation. My mum gave me a tube. If I had no piece of equipment, there is no chance that I would have been able to make it out and me and the patient make it back to the beach. There's absolutely zero chance of that. And it would have been quite dangerous because by the time I approached the patient, as I said, they were starting to go under, and he was rightly so really panicked, trying to sort of lunge out, etc. And just having the nice bit of safety equipment between me and the patient, without that I would have been in a world of hurt.
It doesn't matter how young, fit, strong, or how well you can swim, the ocean does not discriminate, and you could very well be its next victim.
Anywhere in Queensland that you enter a beach, you'll pass a sign that says the conditions, things to look out for when the patrol is on. Realistically, if these guys had been there when the patrol was on, they wouldn't have been in trouble. There would have been a sign up there, which there was all during the day, telling them not to swim. It's extremely dangerous. But you can't access a beach almost anywhere in Queensland without walking past a sign that lets you know the safe places to swim, when the patrol is on, the season that it's on. So effectively, if they just had a swum between the red and yellow flags when the patrol was on, nothing bad would have happened. And it was a pretty close situation, especially the swimmer furthest out to sea. They were starting to go under by the time I swam out to them, and I couldn't see them. I could only hear him screaming for help. And by the time I got there, I had to grab his hair because he was under the water and pull him up.
Did you know that males represent 90% of coastal drowning deaths in the 2020-2021 season? Men typically have more risk-taking behaviours, therefore, they think they are invincible when it comes to beach safety. Unfortunately, this is not the case, and it is costing us lives. If you are down the beach and plan on drinking, go for a swim before you drink. It could save your life.
Every rescue that I've done that's been quite a little bit scary and a little bit taxing has been not when I've been on patrol, either lifeguarding or as a volunteer lifesaver. Every rescue that I've done that's been a little bit dangerous has been when outside of the patrol hours. And if I wasn't confident enough as a swimmer and a board paddler to attempt to try to get to rescue some people, it would be one of those situations where either I as a rescuer get in trouble or the people trying to be rescued unfortunately might have a fatality. So just having the skills and the confidence, thanks to getting my bronze and being in the surf club for 15 years, just makes me confident enough to be okay with the skill set that I've got to go out, try to rescue people and hopefully avoid a tragedy.
If you are swimming at an on-patrol beach, there is most likely going to be some rips. So here are some tips on how to stay safe and avoid rips. Look for deeper, darker coloured water, fewer breaking waves, a rippled surface surrounded by still water, seaweed and sandy clouds floating towards the back of the waves. How can you escape a rip? If you find yourself caught in a rip, you must stay relaxed. Rips will not kill you, but panicking will. Here is what you can do. Stay calm, signal for help. Whilst waiting for help, float on your back or tread water. If you're a strong swimmer, you can swim parallel to the beach and you will find that you are no longer in the rip and you can swim back to shore safely. If you are caught in a rip, do not do the following things. Swim against the rip. You will not win and you will just waste your energy. Do not panic. If you panic, you will start to swallow water. If too much water is inhaled, you might go unconscious.
It would have been quite horrific actually. Just the mere chance that my mum and dad were sitting out the front and saw these people go out and swim, and straight away my dad went out to get a couple of them. If it had been 5 minutes later that they spotted them, at least one patient, certainly the person furthest out to sea, he wouldn't have made it, no way. A similar situation when I was lifeguarding at Innes Park, a group of backpackers came down and one jumped in the water, couldn't swim, and they didn't find him for 20 minutes and we pulled him out of the water and giving CPR and resus in front of 3 or 4 of their friends and trying to explain in kind of broken English that this person's not going to survive is a really bad experience. a bad experience for me, but for the friends of this person, seeing live CPR given by myself, 2 people from the ambulance and the helicopter, it's a really harrowing experience. So, and again, unpatrolled area, not between the patrol times. They just needed to swim between the flags, and that would have been avoided.
Rips are the #1 hazard in Australian public waterways. On average, 26 people die every year from these rips.
Swim between the flags. I mean, I know we say it all the time, and I know it's just a soundbite that we go through over and over again, but in 15 years of patrolling, 10 years as a lifeguard, not once have I ever needed to rescue anyone that has swum between the flags. The only rescues I've ever done have been outside the flags or outside of the patrolling times when the flags aren't even up. So come down the beach, have a yarn to the lifeguard or the lifesaver, and just swim between the flags. It's the safest place you can be.
#1, don't swim where there are no waves. This is generally where our rips are. #2, don't swim if you can see that sand is being disturbed in the water. This is also a sign of where a rip current may be. #3, if you can see the water moving out to sea at a rapid rate, this also indicates that there is a rip. Surf Life Saving Queensland offers so many great opportunities for volunteering or paid work. Some of the volunteer opportunities include becoming a patrolling member. There are a range of different roles as patrolling members. The most basic role as a lifesaver is holding your Surf Rescue Certificate or SRC. You can become an SRC holder at the age of 13. The Bronze Medallion course is the next level up from being an SRC. This teaches you a range of activities in order to perform all the basic requirements of a lifesaver. Some of these include safety and well-being, surf awareness and skills, anatomy and physiology, first aid, resuscitation or CPR, communications, radio communications, rescue techniques, carries and supports, patrolling methods, rescue equipment. To complete your Bronze Medallion, you must be 15 years or older at the time of the assessment. The Silver Medallion in Beach Management aims to provide participants with the skills, knowledge and experience required to manage a beach and a team in an emergency situation and in non-emergency situations. The course is aimed at people wishing to be patrol captains, lifeguards and lifeguard supervisors. It is an extension on basic principles learnt in the Bronze Medallion course and equips members with an entry-level beach manager and team leader. To complete your Silver Medallion, you must be 17 years or older at the time of the assessment and hold a current Bronze Medallion. You can also complete your CPR certificate, Advanced Resuscitation Techniques and First Aid certificate. As well as these courses, Surf Life Saving Queensland offers the opportunity to complete your IRB Crewman certificate at the age of 15 and your IRB Driver certificate at 17 years of age. All of these above courses teach you the necessary skills to save lives as a volunteer lifesaver. These skills are able to be adapted into your workplace and within your community when required. If you're still at high school, some of the above courses also allow you to gain points that are counted towards your Queensland Certificate of Education. A few other volunteer roles include surf sports officials, junior age managers, life-saving training officers and life-saving assessors, as well as surf sports coaches. As mentioned before, there are a range of career opportunities involved with Surf Life Saving Queensland, including aviation, lifeguards, the Ripper Group, community awareness team, education and training, membership, the finance team, administration and compliance, people and culture, risk and safety, and executive. Surf Life Saving Queensland also offers their members a range of opportunities all over Queensland for self-development. They offer this through a range of camps and development programs, including the Surf Woman program, in which I am currently taking part in. No matter what your passion is, there will be a way for you to get involved with Surf Life Saving Queensland. Whether you want to develop skills to save a life or work with Surf Life Saving Queensland's finances, there is a job for you. If you are not old enough to become a volunteer, we educate children as young as 6 years old in our NIPA program. The NIPA program teaches children from 6 to 15 years old surf safety and surf awareness skills that will be able to one day be used when they become lifesavers. From the age of 7, nippers can compete in competitions, which include boards, wades, swims, iron persons, flags, and sprint races. There are also many team events on offer, including board relays, sprint relays, swim teams, Cameron relays. In the senior competitions, there are ski races, IRB racing, surfboat races, and much larger iron person competitions. These competitions are a great way to refine lifesaving skills and keep your fitness up as a lifesaver. If lifesaving is something you'd like to get involved in, contact your local Surf Lifesaving Club via their websites through Surf Lifesaving Queensland's webpage. Remember, swim between the red and yellow flags because she'll be right won't save your life.